Hello everyone, it's UrPeaceKeeper, and I'm ready for live stream number 16, I think is what we're at, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to start off with our stream schedule. As this is the last stream of March, that means that, of February. It's been one of them days. As this is the last stream of February, that means that it is time to give you guys the updated schedule for March. So our next live stream from today is going to be March 1st, 2018, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is midnight in the UK. And hopefully everything goes according to plan and be able to get a large number of you guys out to watch that. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch on over here to the game, and we're gonna start off. It's been a while since I've brought Yamato out of port, so we're going to do something that I probably shouldn't do, which is take a ship I don't really particularly enjoy playing and attempt to make it fun. I don't know. All right, let's go. Enough chatting. Spend enough time talking in my videos. Welcome everyone, welcome. And we are straight into a tier 10 match that has a carrier in it. I can just feel it. There's one in queue. Just got your first French battleship, the Britannia. Oh. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. I've not actually taken mine out yet, and well, yeah. Oh, hey look! No carriers! What is this madness? Well, I see lots of destroyers. Gearing, Yugumo, Akizuki! Oh man, do I have some interesting talk about pronunciation of some of the ships that I play. Jericho, I don't know what you just said. I don't even recognize the characters. I believe it looks Japanese, but I couldn't tell you what it meant to save my life, but... Ciao from Italy. Hello, welcome. I'm glad somebody likes me. Finish the US battleship line. Can you please tell me what you should do next? Ooh, that's a good question. If you're looking for battleships and you haven't already played through them, I would say look for... I think the German line would be alright, but the Japanese line is good at teaching longer range aiming, so... Yeah, Jim, I played one game before this in the Janeway, and the team was making all sorts of mistakes. And kind of like this one, I'm really not interested in being the lone battleship with two Shimikazes and a Des Memes up here. Wargaming really... What I'd like to see Wargaming do is rebalance the spawns so that battleships at least spawn in pairs when there's an even number of them, and that... if there's an odd number, that the only reason that they were to spawn alone is if they're with the bulk of the group. One thing I really don't care for about this ship is the fact that it just gets focused all the time. And part of that is because it's, kind of one of those ships that has the potential to just absolutely decimate an enemy team if left alone. Because, lol pen, angling what? So, I don't know. For me, this ship has been a little frustrating, and it's always been that way. I don't have a particularly good win rate in it. I don't do nearly the amount of damage in it that I do in other ships. Just, overall, not my favorite of favorite... Oh, he's back. Keep traversing my guns. Ooh, do I want him or the Hindi? Ah, screw it. What's the worst that could happen? It's only a Yamato! Suggests the Russian battleship line. Not in game currently, although it wishes it was. Over pen for days, yo. We're gonna keep... Oop, turpits. we're gonna keep on pushing up this way. Don't think I'm gonna get this shot off before. We'll take it, but I don't think it's gonna yield anything. One of the other things that's really hard about this ship is the aiming point for the shells to do most damage is slightly underwater, and I've just never really gotten used to that. Good luck with huge games with the Musashi, huh? Huh. Well, I don't know. Made it. We'll be here for a half hour. And for a half hour and then clan battles. Oh, that's right. Clan battles has a weird schedule, doesn't it? There is a destroyer ahead, because those are definitely not Tirpitz torpedoes. Those are definitely not Tirpitz torpedoes. Oh. Yeah, I wanted to surprise Des Moines with 14,700 damage AP citadels. Or just 12,000 straight AP damage. That's fine, too. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to have to choose between angling to a whole bunch of battleships or angling to a Tirpitz, who is currently being less than amazing. Oh, we're no longer detected, so we're going to take advantage of this, and we're going to effectively reposition ourselves. Oh, we're detected again. Well, that's rough. I'm not going to bother shooting at this this gearing. I can avoid it. Okay, now I am, though. Well, that was kind of a wasted salvo, but... Moskva, Moskva! As nice as it would be to kill this Moskva, he's kind of a low-priority threat at this point in time. That Montana is a much higher threat. I'd rather be broadside to a Moskva who can't citadel me through all the angles or do massive amounts of damage to me than, Kaplooey! I'm not having very good accuracy with these guns either, and it's not like I'm not aiming right. I mean, heck. I think those are Tirpitz torpedoes. Means they should run out pretty soon. Generally speaking, I would not... Yeah, they were. I would not encourage this level of broadsidedness to so many ships, but... when your options are bad and worse, I'll take worse. See, this is the other thing that I don't like about this ship, is it has a hard time kind of converting damage into kills. I've had that problem before. Conqueror is, like, very much that way. I don't think those are gonna hit, but not opposed to the idea of trying, because, you know, wall riding scrub and all that. An overpen, really? Really, game? We do need to get a fairly large bit more aggressive with this ship, though. We are being a little too passive, so let's go! Euro called and wants his sound effect back. Yeah, no kidding. Jericho, that's my understanding. I don't... Ooh, excuse me. I don't know if that's what Wargaming is intending, but that's my understanding. Come on, guns. See, this is the other thing I don't really care. I take the reload module on this thing so that I can shoot faster, because that's about the only way I seem to be able to do any damage with this ship. And it just takes for friggin' ever for the turrets to traverse when you do that. Like, seriously, I have guns on this ship that still haven't made it past the 180-degree mark. Well, there's an awesome citadel. It'd be nice to have more, like on this Montana. Looks like, team-wise, we're doing alright, though. Ooh, Montana, that's gonna hurt. Or I just flat missed. Well. Maybe we can convert this, this Moskva into a dead Moskva. I'm guessing not, because, you know, RNGesus. And come on, land. Thank you. I was gonna say, man, if that doesn't land, I'm gonna be so bitter and angry. Oh, hey, look, a Hindenburg. He's broadside, but my choices are Hindenburg, who is broadside, Yamato, who is broadside, Des Moines, who is broadside. We need guns out of this fight. We're going to ignore the Hindi for a moment and miss a Des Moines somehow. I'm probably going to eat a random citadel from this frickin' Montana that's over here, and that's not going to make me really all that happy either. Okay, fine. Hindi. You've attracted my attention. Hello. Grocer Kurfürst is doing his move. It's a kind of magic. Hey, my secondaries even got involved in that fight. A little bit, anyway. There's the Montana. He is way out there. And I am way broadside to him. We're gonna keep pushing, even though there's this Yugamo off to our right-hand side. Trying to stop to avoid eating a whole bunch of torpedoes. Good night. Having a decent game. Oh, Billy Bob Thornton. Time to go. All right, sailors, get the oars out. I think we're gonna miss it, thankfully. But once again, turrets. What are those? I'm guessing overpens for days. Yeah, 6 overpens. That's still gonna hurt, though. Overpens from this thing hurt. I don't think I'm gonna be able to effectively engage the, Kid, seriously, go and engage this guy. I can see roughly where he's at. We'll try it. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing! Keep trying there, buddy. We are in glorious Japanese battleship Yamato! We will not die. All hail 54% torp reduction. Pfft. Homeboy, we ain't got no time for no 54% reduction. We got ourselves a 100% reduction called torpedo beats. And if our destroyers would go and spot their destroyers, that would be extremely... Look at this! Turrets! Go! WD-40! Yay. Also, I feel obligated to point out that that Moscow song is definitely not Euros. That's, the name of the band is Genghis Khan. It's a German band, actually. Whoa. Torpedoes. Moscow, Moscow. A shell break. That must have been on a turret face. Okay, we got 3 destroyers up here. You'd think at least one of them would be able to, Oh, see, we're permanently spotted, so that tells me there's at least a Yugamo out of his smoke here. That Montana does his best disappearing act. There's the Yugamo. One other thing about this ship that I really don't care for is the fact that it's, like, excessively sensitive to, look at that. Really? It's not like I was completely off on my aim point there. It's that it's very sensitive to where you put the aiming marker. And then on top of that, it's also extremely finicky with your rudder shift inputs. Torpedo beats is best TDS value. 100% damage reduction because balanced wash. Okay, we got ourselves a Monty coming in over there, but where? Seriously, this kid is. Ducky, shoo, shoo. Yes, yes. Start the 2 fires. See? I can't get no satisfaction. Well, that Montana gave that Kizuki a healthy dose of nope. Well, let's see just how unlucky I am. Well, he did 4,000 damage. Can't be too unlucky. Rip. Well, you know, this hasn't been the best game in the whole wide world, but I have definitely had far worse, and we are going to win, which is A-okay with me. I don't know what it is about the accuracy, but we're not exactly having the world's best luck with it today. Not even getting random citadels. Hello, Buff. Welcome, welcome. Euro beats. We have glorious Japanese bias here to help us out. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Come on, turrets. Come on! Give me a good hit. Give me something. I'll buy it. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, but you see, I don't know what it is, but Yamato and I have never actually gotten along. Like, this ship has just always been kind of a, for me. Oh, somebody got the kill on him. Nice. Well. Well. Would you look at that? Second on the team with 2,119 base XP. I wonder how. Did I make money? Look at that. Look at that. Someone tell me how this equates to, if I wasn't running premium, I would have lost 40,000 credits. I mean, that's not like a Unicum level game by any stretch of the imagination, but seriously, lost credits? That's pretty crazy. And live stream bias, can we go with the RNG? Yeah, Yami doesn't need buffs. But I am on the North American server. Hello, Rich and Flow. That's supposed to be like a play on words of Richelieu. All right. Let's get another one here. What is ship I've not played in a while? I mean, it's been a while since we played Belfast on a live stream, but let's not and say we did. Let's, I don't know. Will, what I want, since you're here, I know you're not the only one, since you're the one of the sponsors that's online, what I want you to do is I want you to pick for the next round. I'm going to pick this round, you pick the next one. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Mutsu out. I've actually not played this ship, well, I did during testing, but that's, I can't really talk about that. So we're going to give some live impressions here of Mutsu. I'm going to set it up real quick. Stockholm Nagato loses guns too easily. Aiming systems one, because Japanese bias, steering gears. Make sure we got ourselves at least the premium damage control party. So, Mutsu's shtick is that it is a stock hull Nagato that, we'll save those flags. We'll use up our free XP flags because we have so many of the dang things. Give me the heal, give me the... Giving her all she's got, Captain! Might as well throw in some secondary love. Why not? We'll throw in some credit stuff as well. Mutsu's shtick is that she's tier 6 Nagato, but has torpedoes. They're short range, if I remember correctly, 7k. They have really bad arcs, and but they reload fast. So here we go. Do the Blisk. Okay, so Lil wants me to do the Bliskavitsa after this. So, do we have any of the other channel sponsors in here? I don't know if we do or not, but we'll do the Bliskavitsa after this. I guess we can get the Polish on. If you guys are looking for information about the Discord server, we do have a Discord server set up. All the information for that is in the description to the video. Obviously, if you guys are looking to sponsor or donate, there's more information in the description there as well. Obviously, usual disclaimer applies. If you do want to do that, it's appreciated, but by no means is it expected. So don't feel obligated to if you don't want to. So, anywho, moving on. So Mutsu, stock hull Nagato. What's our secondary range? 4.4k. Wargaming, you missed a perfect opportunity to really make this ship into something unique, but oh well. In real life, Mutsu actually did have torpedoes when they were launched. There's actually a lot of battleships in this game that did have torpedoes. A lot of the U.S. standards, including the Colorado class, when they were launched, had torpedo tubes. Actually, wait a minute. Did the Colorados have torpedoes? Some of the U.S. standards had torpedoes. But, you don't have to be quite full broadside, but yeah, you might as well. The torpedoes are really super situational. Like, I would not rely on them for a primary source of damage, but, I'm actually kind of salty about the Japanese battleship treatment as well. Not necessarily that the torpedoes and all the gimmicky stuff that goes with them. My biggest gripe is that why are all of the premiums stock hulls that are downgraded? Like, why couldn't have we had Mutsu in her 1941 configuration? Why couldn't have we had, like a premium Amagi or something like that? Key is a pretty good ship. I've played it. It's solid. It's fun. But it's just one of them things where it's like, why? What? And I'm not even that big of like I am not a Japanese fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot if they hit. Look at what? Over and undered him. Meanwhile, Fuso gets random through the nose citadel. I don't know. Me personally, I think it's a bit what's the word I'm looking for here? Lazy? That sounds worse than it actually... Ow! See, this is what I'm talking about. We gotta keep going because we definitely don't want to be anywhere near those torpedoes. Hey! Overpens for days! We're just gonna go ahead and turn the heck out of here. Oh, Giulio, that's kind of rude. At least Mutsu's turrets seem to traverse pretty well, though. Ooh! Overpens for days? Yeah. The one downside to 16-inch guns at this tier is that, well, they're 16-inch guns. I feel that they tried to balance the premiums Lessen the cries of pay to win. Right now, premium carriers are OP, not including the event ship. Not all of the premiums are overpowered. Some of them are actually really well balanced for what they are. Come on, give me something to work with here. I'll take it. I'll take it. Jeez. Yeah, angling in in the poor Emile Bretagne does not work out terribly well. Well, it's interesting. The Russians have a lot of premiums that I would not consider overpowered by any stretch of the imagination. They actually have a lot of premiums that I think are absolute garbage. They do have some that are like, really, Wargaming? You thought that was a good idea? One of them is sailing right next to me. I just feel obligated to point that out. That ship is like a, really? Is this supposed to pretend to be balanced kind of ordeal? Or is this just a, why not? Noob reporting? How do you get that view from above? Is it because of the long range? Some of it is because of the long range of the battleship, but that was actually the spotting plane that was up. So Mutsu's shtick is 16-inch guns at this tier, which means bow penetrations, at least occasionally. We're actually getting into torpedo range. How crazy is this nonsense? Oh, the Fuso does not want me here. Buddy, we got ourselves a battle line that even Jellicoe would be proud of. And by Jellicoe, really, I should be saying the German fleet commander, because he's the he's the one that actually had the right battle line for the whole ordeal. Okay, who's he shooting at? And why is the Oktyabrskaya Revoluция going that way? Boy, that accuracy, though. See, and I really want to use the torpedoes, but the October Revolution is, like, right there. I think he'll be dead. I'm not too worried about him. What is this mod? Look at this! Torpedoes! The shtick is complete! But he's alive. Boy. How is he still alive? Finish him. Come on. This is, yeah, pain. Rip his turret, though. Well, we managed to get torpedoes off. What is that all about? And they're up again. Boy, wouldn't that be ironic. I don't anticipate it happening, but... Well, you never... No, you see, the torpedoes got spotted by the carrier. Now, no, yeah. He would have to, like, stop right there and just eat the torpedo in order for me to hit him with that. Oh, man. This team, though, kind of quickly melted. I should have turned the other way with the, October Revolution, but then I would have probably eaten a whole broadside of torpedoes from that, Farragut. Which, you know, he deserves credit where credit's due. He had a good set of torpedoes, and yeah, I was kind of stuck because it was like, well, if I don't turn into these torpedoes, I'm screwed. I knew they were coming, but you know, whatever. I was really expecting those two torpedoes when they hit the Fuso to actually have killed it. I'm gonna have to look at the ship's torpedo damage just to see what that's all about. Homeboy, you are way too close to him. We did derp that one turret, though. Oh, what? Oh, he's dead, that's why. Well, that escalated quickly. Yeah. Konnichiwa! Arizona. And is that the Hunter camo? No, that's the US regular camo. He would be better off leaving the Arizona's camo on there. 65,000 damage in a tier 6 battleship. It's not bad. All right. Let's pop out of there real quick. Maybe I can look and see what the torpedo damage is. 10,833. 2 of those smacking the side of a Fuso. They got a 36% damage reduction. And you would think that somewhere along the lines... What is this? What? What are these? Aside from being apparently extremely racist. Anywho. Let's see. Błyskawica was next. So, let's go pull up Błyskawica. I kind of really wish Sko was here. Land Warrior, Lenway, whatever the heck the last part of that is, knows who I'm talking about. He... I don't want to burn Commander. 400. What? Did we get, like, McDonald's? Jeez. That's kind of a neat little camo. Full rocket. What's the worst that could happen? Let's do the same thing, except for we need det flags on this guy. Might as well throw on some fire flags. Speed flag. We'll get ourselves our free XP flags here so that we can continue on collecting free XP for... I don't know why I'm collecting free XP. Maybe I will get the Musashi just to troll everyone. We'll go ahead and throw those on there because reasons. Make sure we've got ourselves our premium consumables, and onward! Land Warrior, you know better than that. If Sko was here, he would correct you. It's not Błyskawica, it's Błyskawica. Błyskawica. Błysk. Hoping for a tier 7 rank season. Huh. Well, here we are in a tier 8 fight. At least it's not a tier 9 fight. This ship has been, like, thoroughly power creeped. Thoroughly. The removal of open water stealth fire, just, oof. Everybody keeps saying that Musashi is a monster, but herein lies the problem. I hate playing Yamato. So it's like... I don't know that, I don't know that necessarily... I don't know if, I don't know. You can give me some of that free XP so you can get the Missouri. I wish I could give away free XP, that would be kind of fun. Gallant and Gade. Somehow we ended up with the better shtick here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's, C-cap. Yes, yes. Tell from Scott Pilgrim. Yes. Now, wait a minute. Tell from Scott Pilgrim. It's been a long time. Are you talking about from the comics or from the movie? I've only ever seen the movie. I don't know that I have any idea what the comics are about. Jim says he's doing better in Musashi than Yamato. The better matchmaking helps. Okay. Well. Dark Jedi is right. I think if we had a tier 7 ranked, it's going to be Belfast and Atlanta to the T. Which, you know, okay. But me personally, when I think about I personally think that they should either normalize the consumables at a tier level or just flat out give up on the idea that they have any desire to have like a balanced ranked match. But I don't know. I hate playing the Musashi. My Pensacola get absolutely deleted. Yeah? Well, 18-inch guns at a tier that they don't belong in. Or in a matchmaking tier that they don't belong in. And everyone's like, yeah, but 16-inch guns will overmatch the bow of any of the tier 7 battleships anyway, so it's not like there's really anything that big or egregious going on. And my comment is always, yeah, but how many of those 16-inch guns are doing 14,000 damage when they Citadel hit? The answer to that question, in case you're wondering, is none. The highest damaging 16-inch guns in the game do not do that much damage. Come on, Błyskawica. Let's get some fires rolling so we can switch to AP on this guy. Like that one. That'll work. Oh, he burned his repair right away. Well. That was Polish. The ship has the Fuso has no superstructure to speak of, so I'm hoping that I can get a good Citadel hit off on him, or not a Citadel, but another fire on him. Kind of like that one. Really, Island? That's just rude. And now this carrier is gonna go in and finish him off, so I get like 0 actual damage from this match. All right, Polish destroyer, let's go. And there's the torpedoes, and down he goes. Thanks, Lexington. I'm so glad that you were here to make it so I got no damage from the fire that I set on him and worked so hard. What ship is Monkey in, anyway? He's in a Bismarck. Ugh. What's the range of my torpedoes? 8K, and I have a 6.8K detection range. Oi! Get good. But Land Warrior, you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. That's so bad, but... Let's... Huh. Paisley camo is just wrong. You know what else is just wrong? Tier 7 ships facing up against Tier 8 ships that get access to a concealment module. Like this Gallant. Quick, spam torpedoes! Because apparently I can't aim. Or rip your hit point pool. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Was gonna say. Oi. That was gonna be a rough day if I didn't get that kill. We're just... What? Okay, I was gonna say. We're just gonna go behind this island over, Cheer. And see if maybe we can't abuse its mechanics. Nope. Oh, we can abuse its mechanics. Question is what's it gonna accomplish? Oh, he took out a torpedo tube. Well, that's a bonus. And he's decided to come into play. Awesome. Let's go. Hey, Ben, thanks for the super chat there. Ben donates $2 and says, nice shooting. I'm not sure if that if this qualifies as nice shooting, but I'll take it. Thank you. Come and find him. I know exactly where he's at. I'm not worried about that. Alright. We're gonna switch to AP because the HE thing ain't working right now. Watch, he turns in just enough so that it does no damage. Oh, 2K. Alright. 363 damage. I forget, what size are the guns on Błyskawica? Aren't they like 4 inches or something like that? We're gonna risk it. What's the worst that could happen? For that kind of damage. Especially since he's broadside. Look at how much damage we're just lopping off of him. Oh, we even added a citadel to the madness. Oh, man, good times. What is that? Whatever it is has a high rate of fire. Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running. Triple guns and a high rate of fire. Nuremberg? Sure as heck ain't the Mogami, because he's over there. It ain't the New Orleans. Alright. Nope, New Orleans is down there, so it's gotta be the Nuremberg. Alright. Yeah, these guns do definitely add up, that's for sure. No doubt about that in my mind. Like, there is definitely a strong correlation between does good damage and these guns. Is there a way to sponsor that recurring monthly thing? You could just, yeah, I mean, if you want to do, there's not a real easy way to do it without actually sponsoring and doing the monthly thing, but if you wanted to do something, you could just do like a super chat or just a donation if you want. I mean, neither are required, so obviously don't feel obligated to do so, but... Stop it, Mogami. All I want to do is poke this Tirpitz. That's all I want to do. Yeah, I think yes. If that's the way you wish to do it, by all means. Oh, I think the Tirpitz beached himself. No, I think he's still going. This Mogami is coming in. Our Atago is really... Wow! This is probably a waste, but we're gonna do it anyway, because Mogami has really weak Citadel, but... It doesn't mean that I can't lop off some damage. Ah! Come on. Let's get our... Oh! Ouch! We do need to be careful because Mogami Torps, they're 10k. I know he launched one set. I don't know where he launched the other set. If it were me, I would have launched them at the smoke cloud because stationary target. Also, New Orleans is there. Out of all of the targets that are over there, that New Orleans is by far the most threatening, but I think we're out of his range. Nick Temple is asking if I have ever toured the Texas, and the answer to that is no, I have not. It is, however, on my short list of ships to go to before they sink, because, you know, state of Texas and taking care of things. Oh. Well. Jim Bush just donated $20 through the Super Chat. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. Oh, that was probably a mistake on my part. I appreciate that. Like I said before, you guys don't need to feel obligated to donate money if you don't want to. I always appreciate it. Not a requirement. Okay. Our team is rapidly melting. This New Orleans wants me bad. I don't have any problems going to Texas. I just... you guys have heard my salty rants about it, so I'm not gonna bother rehashing the details of the reasons why I'm not particularly fond of the state of Texas's current condition. But Jim, we'll do this next round. I want you to go ahead and pick what I play while I'm finishing up this match here. So definitely worth it, and it's sad living in Texas when they aren't doing anything for it. Oh look, protected by aircraft. Who would have thought? And look, no way of actually, you know, we'll just keep rip. I might get my revenge though. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I don't have Eigel, Jeremy. I wish I did. Oh. Yeah, that was a painful one, but Shadowcat is asking if I would come to the UK for a submarine museum. Would I come there specifically for the submarine museum? No, but I got other things that I want to see while I'm there too. Like, I need to go revisit my castle at Dover. And by revisit, I mean see it at a range closer than I saw it from the town of Dover, which is about, well, I don't know, 2 miles from the actual castle. So it's like way up on the hill, and I got to see it from the port. So... there's always a risk of there's always a risk of not being able to see what you want when you select tours from various things. So, all right, what's your choice, Jim? I mean, we got a pretty wide range of stuff to choose from. I've got a fairly large amount of ships unlocked and set up. Whoa. Arm using the dead body of Pain Madness there to enact craziness. And Mr. Sakai 5 is about to be done. Angling, what's that? Love to see some mid-tier French cruisers too. They are so particular to play. That's definitely true. One thing I've not actually brought out to play is my de Grasse yet. Any nation, if was to give me a pick of a ship of my choice, what ship would I pick and why? I would say that if I had one, like, any ship at all, or in real life, I would say probably the New Mexico. There's something about the beauty. There's something about the beauty of the New Mexico class in its entirety. It's the first of the modern U.S. standards, and I think it's really one of the most beautiful battleships ever made. It's just everything about the ship is purely functional. Like, there's no frills. It's not designed because it looks elegant. It's there. It does its job. It's got good belt armor. It's got good guns. It's got good AA. It's very maneuverable. I like the way they look, and in real life, obviously, I would also really enjoy the capabilities of, you know, sailing on it. Plus, let's talk about that for a moment. How many U.S. standards are currently in existence? 0. Yep. 0. So it would be nice to have one just as a museum, never mind actually be able to, like, sail it in real life. So those are just kind of my opinions. But play the Yamato for RNG's sake. I just got done playing the Yamato. Oh man. Something ironic about a guy in a 21-knot boat who's building out a Fox body Mustang. Yeah, but you have to remember, 21-knot thing has more to do with the, seriously, all this team needs to do is stay alive. That's it. And if we can kill this Tirpitz, that would definitely help. Dunk, dunk. That might be the end of the Tirpitz, I don't know. But, does the Texas not count as a standard? The Texas is not a U.S. standard battleship. The Texas is the line before the standards start. It was the last battleship constructed before the U.S. started building standards. The first U.S. standard is the USS Nevada, actually. So the Nevada class is the first U.S. standard. It's not in the game, so that makes the New Mexico the first in-game. But between the Nevada and the New Mexico, we have the Pennsylvanias. La Galissonière, what are you doing? All he had to do was stay alive. That's it. Stay alive. The Tirpitz is dead. That's all he had to do. We would have won. Ah! Anywho. Fox body can do about 21 knots straight into a crowd of pedestrians. Oh man. Okay, so Jim, what's the verdict here? What am I playing? Okay, so doing a 331 for the Mustang. Yeah, no. we're doing something a little bit more crazy on the Mustang. It's actually a 6.2 liter overhead cam motor out of the the motor is actually out of an F250, but it's the same motor that is in the F150 Raptor. Well, I guess technically it's the second generation of Raptor, but okay, so let's see. Well, this is tough, but okay, Amagi, we can do that. We had a fair number of Japanese battleships this time around, but that's all right. I think we're gonna win this one, unless he just absolutely gets smacked by this New Orleans. I think we're gonna win. But yes, we will do Amagi next, and after that, we had Ben Newman. I want you to pick the next one. It will be naturally aspirated, Steven. So the my goal here is to no, we're not going to supercharge it. And the reason why I don't want to supercharge it is because of the weight. It's already a heavy motor. I really don't want to add weight to it. I don't know what that gets me, but hey, look at that free XP and all that. Yeah, buddy. Didn't even really, I mean, we did plenty, but whew. So no, my goal is that I'm actually able to make it get what horsepower I want naturally aspirated. So the 6.2 liter in its stock form makes like 380 horsepower and like 435 pound-feet of torque. That's with the cams that are in the F250. The Raptor makes more horsepower but less torque. It's like 411 horsepower or something like that, and like 420 pound-feet of torque. However, with a good set of cams, with a good set of tuning, with the correct headers, with the right valve springs and cam, with some decent compression, I should be able to make, you know, like mid-500s naturally aspirated. My end goal is going to end up being, I'm hoping to hit like mid-400s, upper 400s, naturally aspirated on E85 without having to tear apart the bottom end. That's the goal. Alright, so Amagi and then V25 is next afterwards. I'll have to look and see if I've still got V25, but worst case scenario, we can quickly set one up. So Yes. It was good. Okay. Ooh, there's a Richelieu on our team, and it's paying. And we got Monkey. Well. Would you look at that? So, anyway, that's my Fox body build. The suspension, the rear suspension is a Cobra independent rear suspension. The front suspension is I'm converting it from a strut setup to a double wishbone or short long arm. Yes, Steven, it will be tuned for E85. I actually ordered the ECU for it just was it 2 days ago? And it's a Mega Squirt 3 Pro, so it's the MS3 Pro Ultimate from DIY Auto Tune. I'm planning on tuning it for E85. The motor's already set up to run E85, believe it or not, because the Nax? No, thanks. The motor's set up for it because in the F250 configuration it has the I can't think. It already has the injectors set up for E85 because it's a flex fuel vehicle. That's what I'm trying to say. Typing is apparently not my strong suit right now. Should have swapped in a new twin turbo show motor for weight savings. Yeah, Lil Will, that would have been great, except for the prices on them are ridiculous. So, they're like $6,000 for one, just a used one with high miles. I thought about it, because that would be about the perfect motor. But I've always wanted to build one of these 6.2s up, because the nice part about the 6.2 liter is there's enough spacing between the cylinders to actually bore and stroke it. Well, I actually have to re-sleeve it, but you can, once you re-sleeve it, you can set it up to be up to 460 cubic inches is what the block will support with the stroke on the crank and the max bore width. So you've got a lot of opportunity there to put some big cubic inches into the block already. So I shouldn't need too much more in the way of, you know, cubic inches there. But the end goal is to, once everything is up and running and everything is running smoothly, my goal... Wow, that was a big first hit. My goal is to eventually bore and stroke this thing to a solid 427 or 429 cubic inches, whichever is easiest to get. Did I swap to a 5-lug? Yeah, right now, obviously in the back it has 5-lug because of the, because it has, Cobra IRS underneath the back end of it, but the front is currently sitting at a set of, Mach 1 spindles. So, yeah, it does. The 6.2 has an iron block, but aluminum heads. So there is a bit of a disadvantage there. The motor itself weighs into the mid-600s just by itself, which is sad. But you know, it is what it is. You can't always get everything. The nice part about this is that I am planning on. Well, that was a bad hit. Follow up the lackluster performance on the other two. The car itself is going to be shedding a lot of weight, so I'm not terribly worried about the weight issue. I have a class minimum weight of 3,250 pounds, which anybody who knows about the Fox bodies knows that they basically come at that weight from Ford. So I don't have to worry any about adequately removing weight. Any weight that I remove and add is going to be basically zero sum, at least initially. Wow, I am not having any luck right now. But yeah, the whole fuel system is going to be gone through. Right now, the previous owner to this Fox body actually was running a turbocharged, or not turboed, a pro-charged, what I was looking for. It's actually running a pro-charged 331 stroker. It blew the head gasket, but he was running it on E85, so I don't know. I'm really not too worried about the weight issue. I'm more concerned with the getting everything to fit in there and actually having some semblance of drivability. But anywho, Amagi is not cooperating at the minute. I really thought after that first salvo that we're going to do really well and not have to worry too much about it. I'm 99% sure this Kagero threw out a set of torps, but whatever reason, they haven't arrived yet, which means more WASD is necessary. So, okay, let's... North Carolina. I think those are probably gonna miss. I'm not very good at remembering the... Oh no, those were like spot on. With the exception of being shot too short. Yeah, so one of the cool parts about the Fox bodies is they always start off really light, so that helps anyway. Anyway, back to Amagi action here. Oy. Not enough targets to shoot at. Mr. Hipper would be a fantastic target to shoot at, with the exception of the fact that he's behind said island. Makes him a jerk face. A big jerk face. Quit putting holes in my butt! Supposed to be Japanese, not Scottish, but man. Alright, where's the Hipper? Come on. The Hipper is traveling slow and taking advantage of the fact that apparently my team is not wanting to put... See, our whole team went, what are we doing? This whole team, what are we doing right now? Hipper! There's enough of your garbage. Kerpooey! And, of course, 0 damage! Oh, well, we did some. Zhao! Go! Do something! I'm tanking for you, for crying out loud. Well, that's nice. So our whole team has spent this entire match running over at the sea cap. They've just finally managed to get everything secure over there. And this team is starting to fall apart. And talk about a rough way to start the day. Oh yes, time to turn outward. That was Scottish. Snicker. Well, it was an attempt at Scottish. I've never claimed to be good. My usual voice antics don't usually result in too terribly good impressions, so if you're expecting good impressions, my apologies. Alright, so dear team, trying to work some magic over here, and I'm way too far away. Oh, I'm not worried about getting water into the fuel system. I'm like I said, I'm more worried about getting everything to fit into the engine bay. But really? No damage at all? None? Zero? Zilch? Nada? I would have thought that we would have gotten something. Well, oh Grady. Jeez. Gonna have to turn in. Hopes of avoiding. Well, he bounced. Our battle cruiser bounced some 16-inch shells. Woo. That's it. We're gonna use this opportunity to go and try and rescue our team on the other side here if we can, because they be struggling. Oh, I need that Des Moines spotted again, though. The Des Moines being spotted would be, like, super beneficial now, because I could remove that thing from this fight, but, apparently that is not going to be the thing, so we're just gonna keep pressing on. Spot the Des Moines. Spot something. Zhao sailing backwards. What's the worst that could happen, right? We're gonna drive by this North Carolina if he's gonna let me do it. Just need to make sure that when we come out, we do so the correct way. No, we're chickening out here. I get the distinct impression that things aren't gonna go well if I go YOLOing in there. There's another Amagi over there. Okay, so there's the North Carolina and the Hipper. And the Amagi. It's not like we're not trying here, that's for sure. I really want him, but just gonna have to settle for what we get. Go, Amagi, go! Oh look, the Zhao is actually doing something. Whew! Took out a turret. A jerk. I want to burn the repair. I really want to burn the repair. I really want to burn the repair. But, priorities. Now we're going to burn the repair. Hopefully we get something out of those oh, we didn't. Well, that's nice. Our team is actually finally starting to make some pushes, so that's always a good sign, but jeez. It's only taken us the whole match to accomplish. And the Hipper is going to unfortunately escape. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing very well on the Amagi at this point. So we definitely need to step up our A game here. Hoping for some big hits. AK. I've done worse. So long as if we can keep these guys thorough, there's that Des Moines. I don't think I have a good angle. No, he's out of range. He's just flat out of range, too. I'll take things that don't help for 10,000, Bill. And back to you. Okay. Yeah, and welcome back to High Tier Gameplay, where neither team is interested in actually doing the job that their ship line is actually, set out to do. And apparently I can't get any hits on anything that do more than just overpens for damage. We have the opportunity to really hurt this Zhao if I could get around this corner here quick enough. Zhao's torps are only 8k, which is good news. Means we are not... Ooh, now he's stuck. And he's going forward again. Broadside doing Amagi. Give me the kill! Come on! Oh, come on! That's that friggin' Des Moines. See, and this is why when we don't kill ships like the Des Moines, bad things are happening. Okay, he's not even looking at me, so. Oh, there's 10K off of him. Go away, Des Moines! Cheese and Pete's. Cheese and crackers. What in the heck was that? Getting just poked by all sorts of battleships today. Yep. So that was a bad game. I think that was my aiming. Look at that, one hit. That's all I got out of that. Apparently I have, you know, exacerbated all of my, exhausted, that's the word I was actually looking for there. Exhausted all of my RNG, but, that's okay. This entire team basically ignored this entire western half, so. Okay, so we got the V-25 coming up. Hopefully I've still got it. Ben, do you have a backup just in case I don't have the V-25? That was a bad match. That was a bad match, trust me. What are these? Oh, French crates. Okay. What do we get from the French crates? Duplicates and camos I'll never use. Well, we're getting flags at least, so that's always a good sign. Okay, so V-25. Where is my V-25? Non-existent. So we will have to... We'll just set it up real quick. I think I have a spare commander laying around. So this is going to be like the ultimate in seal clubbing. Hopefully I actually do well. With my luck, I probably won't. What I should do is I should put a 10-point captain on him. Like the one from the Graf Spee. Gonna spend some retraining him. And let's see, preventative maintenance. Last stand. Want superintendent on this guy, or screw it. We're gonna set this guy up completely wrong. So this ship with all of the camos and stuff on board should be pretty friggin' stealthy. We'll save our Soviet bias camo. We'll use the Hunter camo because why not? It's ironic. So what is the detection and range at 4.7K? Get some flags thrown on here. Because seal clubbing, why not? I don't know why I'm throwing that on there, but well, reasons. We do need torpedo flood chance because this thing does not cause floods to save its life. No, we don't want that flag on there. No, we'll throw that one on there because we got plenty of those. Modules, go back to modules. Force main armaments mod 1, and make sure we've got premium consumables. Can you please play GTA 5 on Xbox 360 with Xbox Live? Not only do I not own an Xbox 360, I don't own GTA 5 for an Xbox 360. So, yeah. I stopped playing WoWs for the same reason in the awful shape of the internet here. Oh, well, yeah. Really? This match is entirely devoted to... Oh my goodness. So, cruiser, 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 cruiser. Destroyer, destroyer, battleship, battleship. Yikes. So, awesome torpedo angles and a 34.2 second reload time on them. I really don't want to play the Erie for a multitude of reasons. And I play War Thunder. I do have a War Thunder account, but game's not currently installed. Yes, I would be happy to take out the Cleveland. The best thing about the Cleveland, the best piece of advice that I can give you with the Cleveland is obviously going to be knowing when to use AP and HE and finding the best islands for which to hide behind. Those are going to be the two biggest pieces of advice that I could probably give, but yeah. These torpedoes are 6K, right? Yep, okay. So, yeah, we will do the, we will gladly do the Cleveland next. Cleveland is one of my favorite ships, too, so that really helps out a lot. So, HE and AP. This ship... Oof. The ship's guns are just meh altogether, but... One interesting thing about this is that I have significantly better detection than either of the other two destroyers, so... Is Cleveland the fire-starting one? Yes. In fact, I'm not sure Cleveland knows anything else but fire starting. Cleveland is like the perfect quintessential example of a ship that went to school to be a normal human being that just decided it'd rather watch the world burn. Cleveland at tier 8 is going to be fun. It really is. There's no way it couldn't be, because it's going to be a return back to the days of good. Okay. I don't know if any of those are going to find their way to the Kolberg. I can certainly hope. Oh, I'm detected. By what? By a Wix! Hark! He's broadside. I should probably be shooting AP at him. Yep! Got ourselves a Kolberg. Our AP is doing nothing but overpens right now. Well. And dead Wix. Goodbye. Chikuma. Oh, there's a St. Louis back over here, too. Oy, oy, oy. Please take me back over through my smoke before the pain and suffering comes in. .7 detection range for the win! Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Ah! Ah! Think small! Well, we're gonna get no hits. Ah, we were close, though. That's saying something. It's not every day. Ben, thanks again for donating. $2 super chat. See why the V25 is the best. I see a reason why it's a solid ship. Best is always subjective, right? Not everyone does the best with everything. But this ship is definitely seal clubbing extraordinaire. I mean... Let's just be honest. 4.7k detect range, like, really, Wargaming? Couldn't have come up with anything better than 4.7k? I mean, I get that it's a torpedo boat, but, there are limitations to how excessive we can actually be. Ouch! Ouch! I think we might get one torpedo out of the mix of those. We are gonna get one! Excellent! We're just gonna keep gunning him down, because at this point... Stop putting holes in my butt! Wow! Look at how quickly that match went by. Well, it wasn't an epic battle replay, but there were definitely some moments there. That poor Wix, he got nuked, and then the Kolberg right off the bat, too. Apparently, the Kolberg only had 13,508 hit points when I hit him, so that means somebody else did most of the work there. So, alright, well, let's, let's collect our last crate here. Got Cleveland coming on up. Was hoping for some RNGesus blessing there, but we didn't end up getting it, so that's kind of unfortunate. Oh, hey, 75,000 credits, though. Because I totally need more with 116,000. I don't think the Tier 4 French battleship is in the game. Are you thinking of Britannia, the Tier 5? Yeah. Not actually played it, so I got no problem doing that. It'd just be interesting is all. Okay. Coincidence? I think not. So you're saying is that this is going to be a rough match because the map is two brothers, and because I'm in a Tier 5 and a Tier 7, and I'm in a Tier 6 and a Tier 7 fight, are you saying that you're bad luck? That last match was, don't get me wrong, the last match was an alright match, but if it would have gone on longer, that would have been great. König Albert. Oi. I don't know, man. 116 million, yeah, 116 million credits. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. So, on this side of the map, there's not a whole lot of really good places to go and hide. A lot of times what you'll see is you'll see Cleveland captains sitting in this area. Here, we'll pull up the actual tactical map. Or not. Usually you'll see them hiding in this area here, shooting over this little area, but I personally don't care for that. You really have to be pretty far away from there to actually shoot over that. I mean, I guess we can go over there. Why not? The other thing, too, is that Cleveland is one of those ships that benefits heavily from having IFHE. Like, it's almost a requirement to have IFHE on this ship. And that's fine. IFHE is a good skill to have anyway, especially if they decide to do the high-tier light cruisers continuing to have HE, because, whew. Can you imagine, like... Can you imagine if the US fleet got, like, basically... Okay, so the Tier 10, if they do anything with the stats that are real-world, even, like, a little, it's going to be ridiculous with it. With IFHE, because it's basically going to be a Minotaur, but with an extra turret. Same, like, actual output. Like, whoa, what? Ah! Is it Timo or Timo? Robotnik? Thanks for checking it out, and, thanks for coming. I know it's super freaking late for you, so, like, 1:30, 2:30, something like that in the morning where you're at. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, the Drakage? Drakage? Yeah. I really hope they do too. Like, they need to have Brooklyn in this game. If not as a tech tree ship, which I think is a sin in and of itself, they definitely need to have it as a premium, because it is literally the grandfather of every cruiser design in the U.S. Navy, starting with their World War II designs and going from there. So there's no reason for it not to be in the game. It's beyond premium material. It really should have been tech tree material. One of them. We can't have the USS Phoenix because, well, the USS Phoenix is already in the game as a Tier 4. I guess that's not the USS Phoenix, that's a USS Phoenix. But, yeah. So, I don't know. The ship needs to be in the game. There's no doubt in my mind about that, and I hope they do add it. If they don't, that will be a really bad day. Kind of like I'm probably about to have with this Fuso's incoming shells. Haha, he missed. That was kind of rude to say, but he missed. What is already... Are you kidding me? What is already in our cap? Something came up mid? What? Well, we're gonna fire as we back into the cap because apparently something decided to YOLO mid. And that could not have been better timing. Oh, hey, we even got a what? They killed? No, it's not been killed, so whatever it is still still there. Oh, keep backing up. Ah ha ha! Gnevny, which literally means, like, we were told it means butt hurt, but that's not really the correct translation of it. It's a funny translation, but it's not the correct one. Oh, there's a Mutsu over there. Mutsu! We're just gonna keep backing up here, because, well, we ain't got nothing else to shoot at. This really isn't working out terribly well over here, but, and yes, the RNG begins. I would say that the Brooklyns are definitely going to be a very good ship overall. I think what you're going to run into, though, is you're going to run into a lot of people that are going to want to play it like a Cleveland without realizing that the ship is a treaty cruiser, and so it has a lot of the same problems that all the treaty cruisers have. That's not to say that it's not well armored, it's just it's a very tall ship with a lot of freeboard. And, yeah. But basically, the armor profile is very similar to that of the Clevelands. Surprise, because the, same basic ship hull design. In fact, the Brooklyn is basically a slightly longer version of a Cleveland, or more accurately, the Cleveland is a slightly shorter version of the Brooklyn. But otherwise, very, very similar and comparable overall capabilities. The gun mounts on the Clevelands are a little bit nicer, and so as a result, they have a tendency to... There's no tendency. They have a higher reload. No, not going to be able to engage this Emerald by the time he gets behind the island. That doesn't mean I can't try, though. Started something on fire. Must have been the Fuso. Burn, baby, burn! This Mutsu is actually what's detecting me, and it's super annoying. Wasn't for lack of trying, I almost smacked him. And the Fuso is no longer burning, so you know what that means? That means if RNG blesses, we will get ourselves more burning Fuso action here in just a smidgen. Ho! What? Abso-freaking-lutely not. So he's going the other way. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Yeah. So the Mutsuki. Fuso is on to me. Knew that was gonna happen. Because let's face it, this game couldn't possibly be balanced at all. Oh! Hey, look, you're on fire twice. How does that feel? Shore's being a jerk face. Hi there, Mutsuki. Gotcha! Smile for the camera. And here's the hoping. Oh! That's some WASD if I ever saw it. Jeez, some beats. Whew. Now we got ourselves a Gnevny off to our other side that we also need to be cautious of. Really need some hydroacoustic search. See, this is where I wish wargaming would allow people to choose their consumables when they get into the match. Like, what is so difficult about this decision? Nothing. The answer is nothing. I could have chosen hydroacoustic search and I could have done much better with it. But apparently that is not a thing. What is detecting me? They've got no destroyers. The Emerald is not going to really be the what's detecting me. Oh, it's an Omaha. I think this Omaha is going to actually end up killing me because there's no way I'm going to be able to kill him in time. The fact that I didn't detect him until like the last minute is very telling. Ah! Wasn't for lack of trying on my part. I almost got him. He ain't making it through alive, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back up through the chat here. One time in my Alabama, an enemy, Moskva, Bismarck, and Montana tried to go up the middle. They failed hard. Our team deleted them. Yeah, if you're going to go middle on this map, you really have to commit your whole team, and you have to come out basically guns a-blazing hard and fast. Let's see. Can I play the Missouri? I can certainly try to. Minus... Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it's more similar to the Otago Takao. Minus the CA versus CL classification. In terms of gun layout, that's true. Miyoko is another comparison in terms of gun layout, but armor-wise, I think the Otago and Takao actually have better armor thicknesses. When Yamato pushed through the middle, we had two DDs and myself. One of the DDs got his torps off and missed and got killed. The other didn't even bother to launch his, so we got deleted. That's Guns N' Roses. Which I'm sure is going to flag this, even though it's, you know, even though it was my terrible rendition. Oh, man. Donnie says that he loves my content and to keep up the great work. That's the plan. But, everything is always subject to change. Obviously, I work in a profession in which there might be a very real possibility of me not coming to this channel someday, and that's an unfortunate side effect of the whole thing. Let's see. Did I ever play sports in high school? The answer to that question is no. I was actually a band, choir, and technical theater nerd. technical theater being sound and lighting. Yeah. Good job, Land Warrior. I should really just ban you flat out. But, you know, whatever. 3 sits almost, yeah. Almost got him, and had I had just a little bit more hit points when I went into this, had I spotted him just a little bit earlier, I think I would have been able to get the guns turned around and killed him. But, you know, we did some pretty decent damage there. I don't think 71,000 damage into Cleveland with 2 kills is awful. Especially when both those kills were destroyers. And we nearly killed a third with only a quarter of our hit points, which just goes to show how strong Cleveland is relative to the other U.S. cruisers. So, hello, Thomas. Welcome. Joe Chen is asking if I am playing in Clan Wars, and the answer to that is I am not currently playing in Clan Wars. I actually haven't logged into the Sun Tzu Warrior TeamSpeak in quite a while to even see if they have people going or not, but, anywho, this match is kind of interesting. You guys let me know. Do you want me to stay in this match and keep narrating what I would do or what I, wouldn't do? Oh, and that emerald eats a bunch of citadels. This Leander is doing a pretty good job of spotting him, I think, with his hydro. Now, if I was at Fuso, I would pop that Leander quick. But, Cleveland, AP on Broadside Emerald. AP on Broadside Emerald. Watch him go poof. Yeah, he's gonna get it anyway, because he's got, pretty good HE. Well, nope, Leander is gonna end up not making it, and there goes the Emerald. But, yeah, if I was at Fuso, I would have poked that Leander before worrying about the Queen Elizabeth, but, of course, it doesn't really matter, and, oh, this game just turned in a hurry. Speaking of emeralds, Emerald is going after Mr. Koenig. I would love a video on how to use the crosshair you're using. I have no idea how to use the angle marks on the crosshair. The angle marks are really only relative. They help me get the general idea. And we'll look at this in the next battle that we go into. But we'll talk about it in the next video a little bit more. The crosshair is actually really useful. It's just, sometimes it can be a little hard. Emerald, I swear, if you do not use single launch torpedoes and just drive those right into his nose, I'm going to be disappointed. Thank you. Unavoidable torpedoes are unavoidable because reasons. Do I ever AP on a battleship? Absolutely. I do quite often. We didn't really get the opportunity to here. Mostly because the AP and U.S. cruisers is best used at closer ranges, and we never really got a battleship close. Okay, so we were gonna load up Britannia. This will be my first battle in Britannia. Do I want? No, because I've got. It's currently trained to the Bougainville. Well, we're going to put him where it matters the most. You can see this captain is started to be spec'd out for, well, I guess it could go either way to the battleships or the cruisers, because I really think the only difference between these two builds is whether or not I have Demo Expert. That's all at least loaded up. We get the upgrades on there? I don't know. We'll have to look. Hunter camo. I don't believe in the stereotypical French camo. Let's free XP. Ouroboros. We've got plenty of these flags to go, so we'll throw these guys on. Don't need that. I don't think we do. What's our secondary range? 5.4K secondaries. Why not? Well, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna throw some of these on there because it's a battleship and I don't want to get okay, we got camo, we got all that. Make sure we got premium consumables, secondaries. Alright, well, let's roll. Okay. Will Hippo says that I have inspired him to start his own YouTube for WoWs. Any tips or pointers for starters like editing? Well, you've seen my videos. I do very little actual editing of any of my videos. I use Audacity for the... Wow, of course we would end up in a tier 7 match. I use Audacity for sound editing. Beyond that, you know, just do your best to make it look good. I started off with Windows Movie Maker, to be honest with you, and then upgraded to Power Director. I think the first version of Power Director I used was like 9. Now they're on 16. That was money well spent for me. Especially if you're planning on getting serious about doing it, I would highly recommend buying a really good video editing software if you plan on getting serious about it. Simply because you can do a lot more with it. You can do transitions with it that don't look cheesy, although all my transitions are kind of cheesy looking. But, you know, in terms of video editing, like, really all I do when it comes to editing videos is I take my videos and I put them together in Power Director, put the transitions in, record the sound using Audacity, whether that's talking over me talking in port and having to sync that up, which isn't terribly difficult, or recording it unsynced, where I just basically put in a raw video underneath of it. And then I just put everything in, and I just put the transitions in, put in my end screen stuff, and create. I mean, that's about all I really do with my video editing. Prefer to spend more time on the actual content itself versus, you know, flashy things. There's a lot of guys that spend a lot of time, basically doing a lot of video editing and stuff. It makes their videos look really good. No doubt about it. iChase has some fantastic looking videos. He has some great content too, but, sometimes, you know, for me, I'd much rather have good information out there. That's just me. Not saying he doesn't have good information, just sometimes I think that there's better information out there than what he puts out. Beyond that, that's about all I really ever do. The most important thing about being a YouTube channel, though, is be yourself. Like, don't try and put on, like, this fake attitude. It's very easy to become extremely fake on YouTube. Especially since nobody knows who you are, really. I tend to be a little bit more reserved than I am in person or on TeamSpeak. The Land Warrior can definitely attribute to that, or attest to that, but... Okay. So this aiming crosshair, basically the lines on it are a recommendation. The biggest thing here is using the lines to figure out the angle of the ship, whether it's coming towards you or away from you. It's not overly easy to do, but you can get away with it. You can get away without... okay, so this Giulio, we can see that he's a little bit... He's between these two lines. That means I want to aim between them. The speed, you know, that's just the typical, you're gonna have to figure out what the lead is in order to effectively use it. But, and we missed. Go figure. Now that he's bow in, you know, some of the markers really aren't all that important. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat, apparently. Oi! Of course. And apparently this ship has really long shelf life times and is made out of paper mache. We're gonna have to turn out in a way. We just don't have enough support for this. But, whoop. Dark2 just donated $10. Thanks, Dark. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully, the content lives up to the hype. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, this is not ending well. My baguette is burning! But, my My baguette is burning a lot, actually. Yeah, we're dead. This is not going to end well. Ever. And the Iron Puke adds the third fire to the mix! Alright! Apparently getting citadels is also something this ship is allergic to, but... Okay, so that definitely did not work. So, definitely going to need to, I don't know. But, part of that, yeah. We're gonna try this again, but we're gonna first back out. I don't know, I don't know what we're gonna come back to Britannia. I'm not gonna end it on that. Apparently, my game has decided that it no longer wants to work. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to throw the stream schedule up here while I exit the game and restart it. So, this is the last stream for February. That means that we are going to have yet another one coming up in March. We're going to keep going. We actually have 7 days in March. So March 1st, 2018. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to be the first one in March, on the first day of March. And it's going to go the 6th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, the 24th, and the 29th. That makes 7 streams in the month of March. We have plenty of opportunities to come out and watch. I think, yeah, only 2 of those are going to be on Saturdays in March. There's 3 Thursdays, I think, are the ones. Man. I cannot shake this cold. So that's the stream schedule here. Getting ready to, let's flip on back over here to the game. Oh, for Pete's sakes, finish loading. It's trying to load the port. It's having a rough time of it, apparently. Come on. So, okay, let's look at some of the chat here. Yeah, Donnie, we'll explain a little bit more, as we play a couple more games here. So, just hang in there. Alright. I might be able to take time off work if this keeps up, all these donations. Yeah, that's true. That would be super nice to be able to actually, like, not have to go to work. But we're a long ways away from this channel ever making it that far. But the donations really are appreciated, guys, so thank you. Definitely not required, so don't feel obligated to do so. Unless your name is Land Warrior, in which case you're required to. He ain't gonna do it. Okay, I'm trying to shuffle around some flags here to try and get all of my free XP flags here. So we want to keep the secondary flag. I want to keep all of those. I want to keep that one too. Ah, forget it. We'll go straight for this. We're going to change this camouflage, though, to whatever this 555% free Commander free XP one is. Kind of a goofy-looking camo, but of course it's Richelieu, so she's like beyond the most prettiest Tier 8 battleship in the game. We've got plenty of time to play a couple more, to play Mighty Mo and or Iowa. I actually don't have Iowa currently purchased. I sold her when I actually sold her when I got Missouri. Well, I didn't sell her when I got Missouri. I sold her after I realized that Missouri, I was only ever going to play Missouri because all it does is make just ridiculous amounts of money. So, Land Warrior, I don't have hamsters powering my computer. Thank you very much. It's a 4790K overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz. Carlos, I am sorry to hear that as well, man. That's rather unfortunate. But we got ourselves Richelieu here. The map is Neighbors, which is one of my favorite maps in the game, but we did not spawn in the port. Makes me sad. I love spawning in the port on this map. Then I could make the comments about I will not be Jean Bart. Although we don't have any South Dakota class battleships on the enemy team, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But I think they need some more things to spend credits on. Nice. Oi. Got a lot of HE spam going on the other team. I mean, look at that Edinburgh. He's obviously the biggest HE spammer on their team. But the Missouri really does replace Iowa in so many ways. It's more durable, which is nice. It's got much better, like, hull plating armor is thicker. It's 38 millimeters over the armor belt instead of the 25 or whatever it is on the Iowa. 28, I think, on the Iowa. So that means it can auto-bounce 16-inch shells, plus you got the thicker bulkhead, which help. The front bulkhead is thicker, that helps. East, did you lose your Steven Seagal on Missouri? I don't know if he's still... I think he's still walking around. After the patch, I think he's still farting around on the deck. I don't know what actually happened to Steven Seagal as a commander. I never have kept track of him. I think he's currently on my Texas. I really wish they would just flat out change his name. Like, I think they did, didn't they? After his rape allegations. Or sorry, sexual assault allegations. I guess it's not I don't know if it was rape or not. It could have been something else. But Richelieu! Wow! Pretty. I think he's turning. Man, those guns, like, the shells just go and go. Look at the shell flight time is 14 seconds. For crying out loud. Now he's shooting HE at me like a jerk face. Not allowed, dude. Okay, so when they're broadside, it's really easy to use the crosshair. You just need to know what to lead them with. But you can see here he's not quite going completely broadside, but he's basically broadside. So we'll just go ahead and shoot at him again. Boy, that's an ugly grouping. So their whole team right now, tactics-wise, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually start sailing. Hey, we finally got some damage. I'm gonna start sailing towards the middle. I'm gonna follow this Gajimata, and the reason for that is very, very simple. Of course he does. The whole premise behind following the Gajimata is look at how many broadside targets I'm gonna have access to. We're gonna pop our speed boost though, and then we're going to refocus ourselves on what is directly ahead of us. And underled the Tirpitz. I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I am not. Someone start me on fire again, please, so I can burn my damage control point. 3 fires! Nice! Okay, what? Yeah, this is too far forward. And whatever is detecting me is being super freaking annoying. So with the New Orleans there, you can see where I was aiming at. Like I said, it's only really a guideline. It's not exactly the strongest... wow, one normal pin. It's not exactly the strongest for doing a whole lot of aiming adjustments. You really have to aim above ships that are sailing away from you and below ships that are sailing towards you, because the lines aren't perfectly accurate. But finally getting out of the line of fire here. Apparently the name of the game today is overcommitting. So one of the fun parts about this ship, though, is that we do have a pretty potent secondary battery, but getting it into action is a little bit more difficult than it really should be. Oh, come on. Yeah, I was gonna say. The other hard part about this ship is not overleading your targets. Again, I overled him by a really large amount. But speed boost is super nice. Wargaming said his contract was finished, that's why they removed him. I don't know... Wow! That Atlanta ate Gajimata's torpedoes like a champ. So Queen Elizabeth, they've got a lot of destroyers over here. I'm gonna continue. We're gonna sail out and around here. I don't know if that's the Edinburgh that's spotting me or not, but we're just gonna sail out and around here. And looking at our Queen Elizabeth there for 4,000 damage. Woo! We're gonna sail. We're gonna go back and do what I was originally planning on doing. And looks like we're gonna get away with it. Amagi is over there. We don't want to expose... Yep, Queen Elizabeth. Heat up. Of course, I started speaking. Queen Elizabeth bounces for joy. And now we're no longer detected, which means we can turn and we can start being a jerk. So, Richelieu, oh my goodness. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, buddy. So now we're gonna start pushing. We've got them separated out. We got this North Carolina set out. This New Orleans is broadside, and aiming at cruisers with this thing is kind of crazy. But there's a I'm detected, so that means there's a destroyer nearby. This New Orleans is like scrambling to avoid getting removed from this match. I'm still gonna shoot at that. I don't know where the... Must be at the island over there. Well, it wasn't enough. It still snuck him over. So we're just gonna keep pushing. Edinburgh is sitting there, broadside, stationary. If he doesn't realize that he's about to get booped, he should. Ah, he knew it was coming. I want to know what's detecting me. There's a destroyer around here somewhere. New Orleans? Mistake. Oh, there's the destroyer. Rip the New Orleans, though. So, Richelieu's secondaries are kind of a pain in the butt to use because they really do require you to be basically broadside or running away. They get more effective, obviously, the closer you get to your target, but that's not a surprise to anyone. Okay. So once again, we got broadside ships. Just trying to engage as many of them as we can. Hello, 15,000 damage. Richelieu is so nice. She's such a pretty ship, too. I mean, who doesn't like her quirkiness? I love it. We should probably focus this Queen Elizabeth down. Yeah, there we go. Now you're starting to make a turn I'm in on. We are far enough away now, too, apparently, that we are going to be able to, oh my. Oh, for Pete's sakes, come on! Yeah, you missed. You missed, Mr. Turpitz! But, and down goes the Queen Elizabeth. That was a good thing. So you can see I'm holding over him when I shoot at him, because he's really just at that awkward distance where it's like, well, I can't really do... I gotta go for superstructure pens, and in order for me to get superstructure pens with what I was doing, you really had to aim it a specific way. So Edinburgh... Oh, come on. We're gonna end up having to just go right after this Mazel Tov! And Turpitz is over there being whatever he's being. Hey, buddy! Now we're picking apart this team. Atlanta, Atlanta, Atlanta. We're gonna use this opportunity to run! But, okay. Atlanta is coming towards me. So we're under-leading a little bit, and I'm gonna miss, because I under-led too much. But our secondaries are definitely gonna have a heyday, because he's a cruiser. He's a little bit larger than a destroyer, which really helps. But once they get in, man, they start doing some work. We also have to remember that Atlanta has torpedoes, which is why I'm off in the direction I'm currently off in. Because there's no way he's ever going to be able to get his torpedoes off to engage me. And I will boop him and kill him before he does. Gotcha! And now there is a Z-23 here. So slamming on the brakes, hoping that the Z-23 missed or that the Z-23 is not anywhere near. I'm guessing he's right around the edge of this island here. There's the torpedoes. Turn! Yeah! So, we're doing some work. Rishi is definitely paying out here right now. And there's the second set of torpedoes. Perfect. The speed boost is really, really good at helping you slow down, so. Whiskey, do you know if shell, HE or AP, goes through the whole plating of an Iowa but fails to puncture the armor if it'll cause any damage? Yes, it usually does. Especially with HE. The way HE works in this game is kind of borked in that regard. Oh, really? One overpen? Well, I'm pretty sure he attempted to launch torpedoes, so we're going to do what we do best. And get our French on, shall we? Edinburgh! Oh, come on. Oh, Billy. Choices. None good. Really? I didn't get any kills on him? Any of the good hits there? None? Come on, turn, 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 turn. Should be focusing on the North Carolina, who is shooting HE at me, mind you. That was a wasted full salvo, but why not? 122,000 damage? Yeah. I wish I had a heal, but we're done. We're not going to get another salvo off. Yeah, here it is. 123,000, 124,000. Oh, what is burning? Is the Z-23 burning? I don't know, but wow. Whew. Yeah, that was stuck between a rock part and a hard place. Jay Boulom, the only way that an AP shell going through and hitting the belt will cause damage is if it doesn't explode, like shatter on the armor belt. So if it has a short enough fuse time, it'll definitely do damage. Yeah, Richelieu and I have a very good working relationship. But that North Carolina could have definitely killed me. Wow, 49,000 Commander XP. Woo! Ain't that something? He could have definitely killed me a lot easier had he... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yamamoto! I have Yamamoto. Sweet. Well, that was neat. So we got ourselves a... Oh, this is a Yamamoto crate, if I remember correctly. Hey! Got ourselves, let's go to the collection and see how many of these things I've gotten one item from the Yamamoto Soroku collection. Are you serious? Oh my. I don't even know how that works. I've only gotten one, huh? Well, looks like we got some work to do there. Let's go back to Britannia because that last match was not a good match in it. And you can see we've got Jean-Jacques Honoré. Honoré? Yeah, that. But, whew. So we got about an hour to go on this. And, man, that Richelieu battle, whew. Have I ever mentioned how much I really love Richelieu? Like, that ship is just amazing in this game. It produces consistently good results every time I play it. 1 from 1 container if you don't buy any from the shop. Well, yeah, I get that you only get 1, but how do you get the containers? That's the question mark. Also, I don't know who I'm going to put Yamato on. That's going to be, No, that's a terrible idea. Let's not. I was going to say I should put it on an aircraft carrier just to be salty. Okay, so Britannia, round 2. One thing I noticed is that these guns really do not have, wow. Kind of lackluster guns, but, you know, we've got such a huge secondary range. Just kidding. Only 5.7 kilometers. It's going to be very, 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 very hard to get those into a fight, but... Yeah, I mean, HE is situational. Don't get me wrong here. But at that point in that last match, I was almost broadside to him, and he still tried to shoot HE at me. Like, why did you not shoot AP? I would have definitely been dead. But when he shot HE, I was like, really? He got that fire, and I was like, well, this stinks. I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna take him out first. And I kind of wish that the second salvo, like, my instinct is to always salvo fire. And that's something that I've been trying to work on. Trying to separate those so I don't get the overkill. Every time I seem to have tried it, though, it's like... it's causing me to, it's legitimately causing me to actually only bounce the first salvo, then I have to shoot him again anyway, so... That's always an added problem. Cleveland. Hello, Monsignor Cleveland. Monsieur? I have AP for you. It is loaded in very large baguettes. Or my baguettes for you loaded in very large shells. Well, 10k, or 9k. I suppose it could be worse. Whew. Look at them torpedo beats, shell beats. Of course. Uh-oh. Vichy French spotted, but we got bigger fish to fry. Oi! Look at that. I'm not sure I'm necessarily liking this ship at the moment. I guess I'd love to just flat out disappear off the map, but I'm like permanently detected at the moment. I would also really enjoy having a second fire so I could burn this damage control party, but it's about to go out anyway, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. You know what, DeGrasse? Since you're a Vichy jerkface, we're just gonna shoot at you. And you can eat my AP shells if they hit. I might get one. That was some really awesome horizontal dispersion there. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Get fireworks for a kill. Oi! Torpedoes. Maybe we'll get lucky and finish off one of them. Yeah, buddy. Good night. Serves you right, Vichy French. we're going to use our... Wow, there's where the... I wonder where the destroyer's at, everyone. Destroyer didn't realize that he was the one spotting me, so apparently we're going to get the opportunity to repair all of that damage that we just took. It'd be nice if these guys would turn and actually engage something. No! Don't go there! Apparently I've set off the troll. Half tempted to start just shooting HE at all the things and see if that works. Oh, okay. You get fireworks for the first kill with Yamato and the captain. Yeah, and then you get, what, an extra set of consumables for the first set. For the first time it happens, and then if you get a Kraken, you get a big heal, and then all of a sudden something else, right? Alright, Britannia, don't fail me. You failed. Miserably. I would tell you to commit seppuku, but not Japanese, so... Like, what? Now this Shores is going to be able to shoot at us, and we aren't going to be able to do anything about it. Except for wish that we could do something about it. That's it. We're shooting HE at things now. Ow! Is that from the Shores or the Iron Duke? It obviously wasn't the Scharnhorst, because those were the Scharnhorst shells, so... Oh, it must have been the Britannia that got those off. There's the Shores nonsense. Of course, there is a Giulio Cesare right there, broadside to them, and who do they focus? Me. Why? Because reasons. Our whole team is going to lose because our whole team is obsessed. Yes, that is the correct word. Obsessed with chasing down a York and a Kamikaze while the rest of our stuff is getting captured by someone else. Why, team? A lot more if you get the Kraken. Yeah, do you get more fireworks for the Kraken? Because that would be awesome. I'd have to decide what ship I'm actually most likely to get a Kraken in. I don't think it would be Yamato at all. Besides, I think Yamamoto on Yamato is a little stereotypy, isn't it? I think the Shores is gonna beach himself. Well, if he doesn't, he's probably gonna be in a world of hurt when those land. Hey, buddy. Sure smarted him, that's for sure. And good. The other battleship that's near me, that was broadside to their whole team forever, is going to be taking some damage finally. Well, we're going to shoot at the Shores. I don't think any of those are going to hit and kill him. If they do, it'll probably be stolen first. Or I'll do 950 damage and leave him with just enough hit points for somebody else to get the kill. That's usually how this all works anyway. He is still alive. Seriously, team? I don't know where those torpedoes are at. They're over there. Whatever. I can't even engage him anymore. Yay. It'd be great if these landed and hit him, but he is so far out of my range. Seriously, poke the Shores. Kill him. I have only played this ship once on EU as well. Setting an Iron Duke on fire is definitely ironic. Is there any line that starts how it means to go on? I don't know if there's necessarily a large number of ship lines that actually, like, retain the same playstyle from the low tiers to the high tiers. Generally speaking, what happens is they start off, like, hyper-focused in one area and become more well-rounded. Like, a perfect example of that is the Japanese destroyers. basically, the Japanese destroyers start off with absolutely terrible guns, but great torpedoes, and they kind of work themselves into better guns. Not necessarily great, but better guns with good torpedoes. So just kind of, most lines start off that way, but yeah. Really? That's it? 6K? This is gonna be a long match. See, look! What are you doing? This isn't a difficult concept to understand here. Like, we didn't just suddenly reinvent battleshipping here. Finally, some decent accuracy. And only 4K damage. Because law reasons. Minakaze doing what Minakazes do best. Point-blank torpedoing of battleships. Nice work. Fortunately, you don't have the ridiculously good... Okay, so Kamikaze R torpedoed over that way? I think it did. Those are coming towards me. No! No torpedoes allowed for you. Problem is I am now broadside to a Scharnhorst. So, going to make decisions. Going to turn. Going to see if we can't continue to damage this Iron Duke while we continue to duke it out. Yeah, what I've started to notice about the various lines now is that the Germans aren't actually the only line that diverges pretty heavily from its roots. Interesting, I do more damage to a nose-in Iron Duke than a broadside Scharnhorst. There's actually a lot of lines that have a pretty steep learning curve somewhere in them. So, like, the Pan-Asian destroyers are another example of a line that starts off with, like, a very specific purpose and then turns into kind of a... Wait, what the heck just happened? Oh, look! Nothing but net! Part of that was my aiming, so I guess I can't... I don't know. Yeah, they do lose a little bit of their maneuverability, but it's definitely far worse. There are far worse ones to have suddenly happen, that's for sure. Really? 1900 damage, that's all I did? Ah! He's so close to being dead, too. He is, like, hell-bent. He got him, but can we get him? That's the question. What? Oh my goodness. Can I go back to just shooting HE now? Because, honestly, what is going on here? And the one other thing I've noticed is the gun angles on this ship are terrible. Turn in! A little bit, anyway. Mostly bounces. Alright, we're just gonna keep on turning. Maybe we can go... No, the Cleveland is definitely going to die to the Kernick before I get there. And now he's burning to death. I guess we'll go to shore bombardment duties at this point. Oh, he's got 331 hit points. He'll be dead by the time... Shore bombardment! Engage! Oh. Well, we missed the shore. That should be a very good indicator of how tonight has gone so far. Oh. Well, there's that. Yeah, the baguette's just... 80,000 damage in Tier 5 is pretty good. I will not complain about that. And 1.3 million potential damage. We certainly started off by tanking a whole lot of damage. Okay. Let's see what we've gotten so far. I think. Oh, that's right. I forgot that we had to suddenly reset because of the game losing. For whatever reason, when I came out of port, decided it was suddenly lose its connection or something. I forget what exactly happened. Or I don't know what exactly happened. I remember exactly what happened. I don't remember exactly how that happens. I want to say that we are short on play, and I would be very accurate. So we need cruisers. We've not played Baltimore yet this game. So we're gonna rock out in Baltimore! Lots of wins tonight. Yeah, sitting at 60% win rate so far today. One of those, admittedly, was in I played the Janeway before starting, so... Yeah, the front torpedo tube would have been nice had the Germans actually kept that going in real life all the way up to the high tiers, but then again, look at the French battleship line. They had the perfect opportunity to take France and turn it into... God, screw this map too. They had the perfect opportunity to take France and turn it into like a tier 10 Richelieu or Dunkirk, and then they decided to basically turn it into a glorified, basically turn it into a glorified Graf Spee, which, really? Watching you play this game makes me think I should sell the one I've got. Looks painful to play. What? Oh, sell the ship. Oh. Well, you know, every ship has its own little quirks, and I would be a fool to tell you otherwise. But I don't... Get to where the horribly inferior ships... I don't know, I've thought Ernst Gade was pretty good, and every time I've played it, with the exception of last live stream, I've actually had pretty decent games in it. But I haven't played the T-22 yet. I will be playing that tonight. And I've not heard great things. Which makes me really nervous, but whatever. Yeah, the whole point of the height of the German destroyers has always been the not exactly high damage, but spammy levels of torpedoes. Like, not necessarily spammy in the outright number of them, but in the rate at which they reload. So they have the highest reload speed, fastest reload of all of the destroyers, basically. So you were playing STO. What do you mean? I guess I don't know what not recognizing STO. Like when I convinced cruisers were for me, I'd play the first few, then all of a sudden find myself hating them as I felt like the battles that weren't. Well, yeah. Cruiser gameplay is a lot of fun when you actually have the opportunity to get into a halfway decent, like, hiding spot. Like me, I'm going to this island over here, hoping to be able to ambush this rune. Mostly because my AP will wreck him if I can do my job and aim. But I also want to make sure that when I do that, I'm in a good place to avoid incoming fire if I can. So at this point, I'm detected. That gearing is about dead. It's fine. But, flat out missing this rune is insulting at best. If I don't get at least one... Yeah, I was gonna say, if I don't at least get, like, 6k damage for my troubles to getting to this location, I'm gonna be so pissed. Now we're at a bit of a disadvantage because Rune's stupid HE pen nonsense. And I'm on fire again, of course. So, another in the long line of lovely and balanced Tavorish gameplay design elements. The German destroyer, or the German cruisers, which are notoriously bad at, well, basically everything. Well, everything except for, you know, the AP spam gets free reign on me with nothing more than, Yeah, that was a wasted... That was definitely a wasted, Oh, Des Moines. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run. We're gonna go north, and the reason we're going north is because Des Memes, one, is not broadside. Although he's going broadside. Maybe we'll get lucky here. Yes, I think we're gonna get plenty lucky here. Baltimore's Yamato behind an island. Yeah, buddy! Hello there, Des Memes. Followed up by an Ibuki. And... that'd be nice, but that ain't gonna happen. RIP! Holy cow! Shima? Well, we're gonna do our best here to either stealth up or finish this Ibuki or... Oh! 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 That's gonna allow us a much higher degree of freedom. Except, my tarred butt just sailed out of it, so, of course. Mimitar sitting broadside. Of course! I'm focusing so heavily here that I can't even, No! Ah! Oh, God. Well, this is basically suicide if this Montana keeps pushing in, so we're gonna... Okay, he's not. But, I really want my radar. But... there's a high probability of me dying here soon. Especially since I think I just beached myself. Great. Oh, I'm detected. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm detected again. And that Montana is there, just really, really praying that Mr. Montana doesn't decide that I am worth being food, or if he does, that, whew. Oh, I'm dead. There's no doubt about that right now. Question is whether or not I can take out this Minotaur, or if I'm just gonna end up... Give me the Minotaur, thank you. At least I got the Minotaur. I can at least say that, hey, I got the Minotaur. Oh, man. That is... Whew. Okay, so let's see here. We're going back to the chat here. My apologies for not being overly talkative there. Was really trying to stay focused. Really thought the team was actually going to be more willing to help out than that. Apparently I was wrong. But hey, I took out the Minotaur with me, so That's a good thing, and we did a fairly large amount of damage in a really short amount of time. So we're gonna back out of Baltimore. Looking back at the chat here, admittedly I was playing US cruisers and then swapped to Germans and then swapped to British, and I just kept hating them after a while. Now I'm trying to figure out what DD line I want to commit to. T-22 is your best German DD with Gade. I guess I'm kind of sort of looking forward to trying out Ernst Gade, or not Ernst Gade, T-22, but kind of not. But, let's see. Can I play the Indy? I can. Where is she? I am not a huge fan of Indianapolis. I don't know if I've said that or not. Apparently, Steven Seagal is still around. He's on my Colorado. As memes. Baltimore captain. How can... Yeah, he's gonna say he's in battle. You should be able to switch him in there. Come on, game. So, Indianapolis, very much the same play style as all the other U.S. heavy cruisers. Once again, gonna throw on a bunch of flags here, so bear with me. Need to take off a flag. We'll take off the credit flag. We're gonna take off the ship repair, or the, that one flag. And we're gonna take off the HE spam flag and throw on a... We're gonna throw on the other HE spam flag, because I have plenty of those. And camouflage-wise, we're gonna throw on this 555,000% whatever it is free XP flag. I occasionally will play CVs. It's rare, but I do own Enterprise at random, mostly because my hope is that someday I'll actually sit down and try and learn how to play it well. I'd have Kaga as well, which I do infinitely better in, which really not a surprise. But yep. So we are a tier 7 in a tier 9 fight on Okinawa. At least we spawned on the side of the map where I can actually do something. Good goodness gracious. Indianapolis is a ship that needs to either get down-tiered and have radar removed, or needs some significant help. But what is the playstyle of U.S. heavy cruisers? I got to the Phoenix and dropped it like it was a plague, so I never really learned. Basically, U.S. cruisers spend most of their time hiding with island armor because, as everyone will say, island armor is best armor. Really, though, you do have to put yourself into a position to maximize the amount of broadsides that you get to shoot at, and they're primarily hunters of cruisers. They do okay at dealing with battleships at range, but they really lack the armor to really successfully tank, as well as the speed and maneuverability. But Phoenix is a fantastic ship, it really is. It is extremely difficult to play well. Same with Omaha. If you're not on a map with a lot of islands, it can be very hard to play. But we've got ourselves Indianapolis here. I'll show a little bit more of the US playstyle. But ultimately, this ship is beyond frustrating to play, especially on a map like this where we don't have any islands to effectively use. And you can see, even with a 19-point captain and camouflage, 10.8 kilometer detection range. I don't know. French ships have 3 reverse speeds. That joke is so old. Speed is only armor if it's like French speed. French speed is most certainly armor. Surveillance radar range is question mark. Radar, 9.9, apparently. Well, we're about to make a Harakaze's day miserable. As I miss. Guaranteed. Oh, we got him! Look at that, 924 damage with 2 normal penetrating hits. Who would have thought? Yeah, see, he's running now. That's good. You run. Oh, no! Keep going, then. Their whole team is coming this way. This is scary. Generally speaking, at this point in time, I would highly recommend running. And that's another thing I don't really like about this ship either. Look at how much damage I didn't do with HE against a broadside cruiser. Like, at what point do I have to, like, win the friggin' lottery to do a large amount of damage? Turn to the right, just keep sailing. Oh, boy did we disappear at just the right time. Someone else tank. I'm a cruiser, for crying out loud. I'm not supposed to tank damage. I'm supposed to shoot at things that are broadside to me and do lots of damage. Missouri is bowing. Again, now we can finally use some islands here for some destructive criticism. The Atlanta must have kept going. Their whole team has basically abandoned the lower half of the map, which is fine. We're not going to hang around, though, too long here. We're going to use this island as best we can to get in what little damage we can, and then we're just going to bail around the side of the island. This is kind of what you have to do. You really have to work angles with your islands and stuff to try and do anything real productive with them. I'm going to switch to AP here. He's broadside enough. Well, now he's not, of course. This Kagero is clutch with the smoke deployment there. That island is a jerk face for its existence, period. I also don't know what my detection range is after firing in smoke. 7.3, so we don't have a whole lot of room here to engage like this if we are planning on living. So, USAP, very strong, as you can see. Iowa's backing up. We are going to try and go around the other side of this island here and see if we can't continue to engage him there, but really don't think we're going to be able to. 100% island death. Jeez. Okay, so now I'm detected, but at least I'm behind an island. We're going to pop our radar and see what we get. The answer is nothing. We get nothing. That means that this destroyer is straight ahead of us, and we are no longer within his detection range. There's absolutely no reason, by the way, that we can't win this. I'm detected, but by what? Oh, of course. The Harakaze shows up as the radar runs out. There's a New Orleans over here somewhere, too. There he is. So, gonna camp bow in here and pray that I can get some good Citadel hits off on him. Especially since he's a radar cruiser. Yep, now I'm detected with radar. Yay. Just gonna keep backing up here. Not a whole lot over on the other side of the map is really gonna be able to effectively engage us, but yep. To say he's not gonna be able to do a whole lot of damage. He's gonna run out of the ability to spot me. I've got a minute and change left to go before I can spot him. That Missouri is so close to dying. Somebody shoot it. Yes! That was like clutch right there because that's one less radar that can find me. Okay, so New Orleans is broadside and basically stationary, so allow me to return the favor. Rest in peace. And that, my friends, is the power of the USAP show. Jeez. So now that they're basically... Their whole team is going over towards the cap over here. I'm detected. I don't know by what. I'm assuming it's the destroyer. It's the Harakaze. We have basically... There we go. So there's the Harakaze. Going to engage him as best we can. Gonna, again, try and staying around the islands here. Trying to avoid being this Tirpitz' food, while simultaneously not dying to the Harakaze, who, might I add, is being disturbingly effective. We're done. I can tell you right now, the mistake that has been made here is very, very high. Unless this Tirpitz just ignores me, which I'm fine with. Who do I want to engage? The one thing I don't like about this ship is its really high reload time. It really is ridiculous. So, Tirpitz... I'm not going to complain about a Tirpitz not focusing down the basically dead cruiser that's behind him. So we're just going to find an island and pray we can get there before he realizes I exist. Island armor is best armor. Remember this. And down goes the Tirpitz. Whew! I don't know if this island is going to be big enough for me to hide behind. But if I can get undetected, this could be fun. Uh-oh. I am still detected somehow. Must be by aircraft, so... I am fully expecting to die at any minute here. There's a Tirpitz behind us, too. We've done a pretty good job of just using flat island cover just to be cheeky about the whole ordeal. Well, he didn't repair it. I'm kind of disappointed by that. We should probably stealth up. But I think that Harakaze is within range. Oh! Those aren't coming towards me. Is he high? He must be. Fine. Don't look at me. See if I care. We are going to go ahead and run. That's the word of the day. Screw you, Harakaze. And he missed. Oh, man. Give me the kill! Somebody kill him. That's all that I want. This is my last wish. It is to kill the Harakaze. Oh, come on! Are you serious? Oh, what are the odds of this nonsense? What are the odds? How am I still alive right now? This makes a grand total of 0 cents. Yes! Yes! No! No! Go away, Iowa! Oh no! We're gonna live this through this just by sheer virtue of the idiocy of luck. There was no skill involved at any point during this whole match. This is all 110% luck. Holy buckets. Whew. Okay, so Harakaze he still has to be in his smoke. We're gonna switch back to HE here, but I don't have any way of detecting him. Oh, well, there goes the Chapayev. Harakaze is still around. If I were him, I would just be looking for, Okay, so the Harakaze is going north. Or, no, maybe he's going this way. I don't know. Oh, turn! Good avoidance. Best torpedo bulge is 100% torpedo bulge. Oof. Let's... Yep, okay, so he is. That's what I thought. Oh, down goes the turpits. Woo! Whee! Woof! 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 Wow! That was beyond amazing. Well, apparently we have the Lyon now. That was, like, crazy how that all worked out. Oh my goodness. Well, whew. Eesh. Ay. Apparently we have Normandy and Lyon. Serious? Did we get both of them? How? I don't know. I must have picked up the flags. Some days when I get in this, I just when I get in the game, I just end up like spamming through my crates and stuff. So that's kind of fun and interesting. I hear good things about Lyon, but that's gonna be for another stream because we have 15 minutes left, and that means we've got time for one more game, which we all know is going to be the Montana. So let's make sure we've got lots of XP flags and stuff on because our Montana captain is a 19-pointer. And we really don't need... Well, we kind of do need... We don't need HE stuff. That's kind of silly. We've got all sorts of everything else loaded up with the flag. What camouflage can we throw on here? 777,000 free XP. Do we have... This is my commander XP, but what do I get out of this? We'll just keep rocking this one. Alright, so let's go! Oof. Yikes. Island armor is always better than Stellinium armor, and is always better than Stellinium shells, believe it or not. And the reason why I say that is simple. Stellinium shells cannot penetrate island armor. That is honest truth. So... Oh, man. Nelson is a fun ship to play. Basically, all you need to do is angle just enough to bring all of your guns to bear, and then her armor actually does something. But battleship play tonight has been kind of weak for me, so this could be kind of interesting. So hopefully we get a team that can keep it together. Can't see any reason why we wouldn't. If you guys haven't already, I'll say it again. You want to join the Discord server if you are into Discord servers or the Whiskey Gaming Lounge. The information for that is in the description of this live stream. I highly recommend you guys check it out if you haven't already. Lots of good information there. Even have a looking for division channel. We got some voice channels in there if you want to division up with people that aren't in your clan, or if you're looking for a clan. I'm sure there's some guys there that would be more than happy to pick you up. So there is all of that. Feel free to check that out. So, Monty is a really solid ship now that, you know, not having to be perfectly angled 110% of the time. She actually does work out pretty well. And that's because she no longer loses 3/4 of her hit points in one salvo from a Yamato. It actually makes her somewhat balanced to that ship now. I would even go as far as to say there's not a better tier 10 battleship currently in the game, if for no other reason than the fact that the ship is just so strong overall. It has so many good, strong traits that make it a very good tier 10. It's relatively forgiving, relatively stealthy, relatively maneuverable, but it has fantastic guns that are just ridiculously accurate. They actually have the same dispersion as the Iowa and Missouri have, but you've got an extra turret, so you even saturate the area better. Just makes for some massive hits on stuff. My recommendation on playing this ship, though, is that you wait to start engaging until you've got a very solid target to shoot at. And, like, for instance, my plan isn't to shoot at this grosser cur first until I'm detected. Mostly because there's a high possibility that I will miss at these long ranges, or a ship like the Neptune might show up, which is actually one of those ships that I am going to just flat out engage. He's slowing down to stealth up. That's gonna miss. If it doesn't miss, I'll be, like, legitimately impressed. Yeah, I was gonna say. Uh-oh. And ballet of battleships. Alright. Battleship ballet is the scariest ballet. Still kind of waiting. We're not detected. So whatever it was that was... I mean, we shot, so that doesn't help any. But, like, this grosser Kurfürst isn't even really in that good of a position for me to engage. Tashkent? Tashkent is one of the rewards for the new Cancole event, for those who play. Moskva. Moskva, Moskva. This is actually a German song sung about Moscow. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. I kind of wish he wouldn't have changed his direction there at the last minute. That would have been so much fun. Why does he not enjoy my 16-inch shells of love? I do not know this. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Whatever will I do? Turn in. And all skill. Izumo. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Izumo. Point Blank Moskva is very interesting. Point Blank Neptune is very interesting as well, but he is less point blank. We're probably going to eat some damage from this grosser cur first, but I really don't want to be anywhere near this cap without a destroyer somewhere finding everything that could possibly shoot at me. Also, Moskva's armor... we want to go for superstructure hits on Moskva, because that's how you do damage like that. When they're bow in like that, you really cannot aim at their citadel. You're just not going to hit it. His armor is too thick to effectively hit the... Oh, somebody shot down my fighter. That was rude. They're simply too well armored at the armor plating to effectively hit and engage and do lots of damage to it. So, I think we're gonna let and see if he dies. Yep, he died. So there is still a destroyer detecting. Minotaur, can I get the Minotaur? I think he's gonna be behind an island before I get these back up. That Neptune would be fun to engage, though. Okay, so Minotaur is presenting a pretty bad profile right now, but he's at all like most Minotaur players. It's usually going to correspond with the deployment of smoke, and when he slows down, that's when we're going to engage him. Unless, of course, I get detected before then, or he decides to do that. Might get very lucky with this, and delete ourselves a Minotaur! No citadels, but 16,000 damage. That was still a pretty solid kerthwack. Izumo being a jerk face. Missouri trying to be a jerk face. Missing because I move quicker than you think. And detected. By what? I don't know, but I see a Neptune that's trying to get... Oh, Minotaur. The Maximum Minotaur. Once we're detected, we're going to quickly pop off our rear turrets as well. Nothing but overpens on the Minotaur. Probably nothing but armor bounces on the Missouri, but... Well, your choices are either armor bounce or do nothing. We're gonna try and sneak a little bit further ahead. Yeah, I know. Don't think I ain't trying here, homeboy. That should have definitely done more damage than that, but 10K, I'll buy it. I'll take it. Help him out. Help our Izumo out, especially since we got broadside Missouri. Come on, guys. What I don't get is how Peace plays without getting angry or swearing. You should hear me when I'm having really bad days. Oh! Oh, this is worth the torpedoes that I'm about to eat. That was so worth the torpedo hits. Oh, I'm dead now. Well, it was nice knowing y'all, but... Well, that was worth it. We managed to sink ourselves in a pretty epic fashion, an Iowa or a Missouri there, but oh, this is what happens when we don't have destroyers. Well, the Yugamo really can't do his job because he doesn't have the ability to effectively engage enemy ships like that. But we've got him on the run, and this is the interesting part. One of those ships is a Z-46, the other is a Shima. So Shima, we weren't going to avoid all of his torpedoes. But the Z-46, there's no reason either one of those ships should really be alive. But hey, you know what? It happens. So there's the Z-46 smoke. Yes, nice but rip. So, probably a high chance of winning this. It just kind of depends on how the rest of the team gets into this fight. You know, we got a Key that's hanging way back for some odd reason. An Izumo that's off in La La Land, running from an Alabama and a Zao that he's managed to distract heavily, I might add. Our Mimitar is shooting at an Izumo and doing... No, I mean, he's in a really good place. He just needs some smoke. He's really abusing, yeah, there we go. Let's say he's really doing a pretty good job of abusing the smoke mechanics there. But this poor Izumo, what he doesn't realize is that he's gonna have to change his tactics a little bit, because if he fires from in that smoke like he just did, he's gonna be detected. So it doesn't help him out a whole lot, but well, I suppose when you're taking that much damage, any help at all is a good thing. What I would like to see is this Yugamo just YOLO rush the Minotaur and the Izumo, but I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, right now, I think that Izumo is pretty much immune, and our Iowa is going to die. He's turning broadside. Rough. Very, very rough. So, Yugamo doing the best thing that he probably could have done, which is YOLO rushing. Oh no, launch... What are you launching at? What is he launching at? I don't know, but... There's the Mimitar! Now the Mimitar is going after the Yugamo. So we managed to do 106,000 damage. Not a bad game, but, you know, hey. At least our team is actually actively focusing down ships and stuff. Is he going to launch another set of torpedoes? Is that what he's doing, or has he just got a death wish? Yeah, I was going to say. Oof. Oh, Key trying to get his gunnery in there. I don't know. I don't think the Kagero's gonna get him. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna get at least one. And the Yugamo guns him down! Because Yugamo guns are underpowered. Please buff. So now this Iowa is YOLO charging a Z-46 in his smoke, plus a Grosser Kerr first, with no support. And this is what I'm talking about, like, occasionally you're going to run into instances in which teams are going to just... Oh my goodness, he is so broadside to him too, like, turn in! Please! This is painful to watch. Turn in! Oh, come on! If he would have turned in, he would have been fine! That's all he would have had to have done is turned in. Instead, I'm assuming he derped a bunch of his turrets or something. And it's a good thing this Iowa has the backup of the whole team, because the mistakes were made. No doubt about that at all. Oh, man. Yeah, knew that was coming. So that Iowa straight-lined it from, you know, here where he died, from all the way back here. Like, I think you could have pretty much gotten just about anyone to get that accurate representation up. Minotaur, what are you doing? Slow down. God. Yeah, I think he's too close. I think he's gonna end up dead. Maybe not. I think he lucked out. Jeez. Although if I were this Minotaur, I think I would stealth up, go hunt me a Shimakaze. But hey, you know what? He's doing better than I am right now. Both our Minotaurs have been doing extremely well. Oh, our Yugamo bit it to the Missouri. Well, here's to hoping the Key, which is a hospital ship apparently, can handle that just fine. Our Minotaur here should be able to... Oh, there's the Shimakaze, so... Focus down that Alabama, who's gonna die. Yep, Izumo did the right thing there, started him on fire. So now there is only one battleship left, and he is point-blank range to a battleship with torpedoes, who is admittedly sailing extremely broadside to the most lethal battleship in its tier range. Well, I guess he's tier 10, so maybe not, but... And gonna eat a torpedo from a battleship. Nice. That leaves 2 destroyers and a cruiser, all of them off in Nowheresville. This is quite clearly going to be a win, even if the Izumo dies, which he's about to do. Their whole team is so far off. Their whole team is so far out now at this point. I want to see the end battle screen, not because I think I did enough to really do a whole lot, but I'm curious to see how much damage I did into what. I know one of the citadels was to the Moskva, and the other 2 were to the Iowa. That was a fairly large chunk of my damage output. I think that was about 50,000 by itself. I forget what else we engaged, but hey. I think there was... I don't know, I can't remember, but... At this point, it's like stalemate. Like, so... Chapayev and Minotaur both are easily spotted. Baltimore, Des Moines are relatively easily spotted. Another Minotaur. He is up there. Our last battleship. So long as the... I think they'll be okay if they can kill this Zhao, but... It's a matter of getting them to actually accomplish that. I don't know how you could, I don't know. Great stream, great night, great chat. Thanks, peace, all the friends. Well, thank you, Jim. Thanks, everyone, for coming out, obviously. We're gonna, once this battle ends, we're gonna see the end battle screen, then we'll go cut over to the stream thing again. And battle should be ending now. There we go. Okay. So here's the end battle screen to our final battle of the night. 13,000 XP. I think a large part of that is from the Be Free thing. Or maybe it was the double XP. Yeah, the 200%. Finished 3rd on the team in spite of not doing, like, massive amounts of damage. 2.6 million potential damage? Not bad at all. Moskva in Missouri. Oh, I didn't realize in Missouri was 44,000 damage. Minotaur. Okay, that makes sense. Credits an XP screen there. Not too shabby overall. Alright, let's kick this over to the stream schedule. So this is the last stream for February. Our next live stream is going to be March 1st, 2018. I hope to see you guys there. That should be a Thursday. That should be next Thursday, actually. So I hope to see you guys next Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's like midnight in the UK. Sorry, guys. If you're able to show up, I hope to see you guys in the live stream. Anyway, I'm your Peacekeeper. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for watching.